What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy, Comics on the Edge. Welcome back to the low grade. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. As you can see, I'm flying solo today. Oh shit, let me, my beard hair is getting out of hand right now. Man, alright. I had to take a shower right after work because I was so dusty. But anyways, yeah, I'm here by myself. Anybody wants to join, the link is pinned, just in case. But yeah, man, this is episode 167. We've been at it for about probably longer than 3 years. And this is the first time I've ever done a show by myself. Ever. And I know historically I've always said I would, you know, I don't really feel comfortable doing a show by myself. It doesn't interest me. I feel like I flow better when there's other people with me, but I kind of feel like this is a challenge, you know, and I just kind of have to get through it and see how it goes. So it might be a short show, it might be maybe even longer than usual, who knows. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, we got an addition to the low grade family, and let me go ahead and bring it up real quick. Let's see here. Well, you know what? Let's go to the. Well, you know, we'll get there. Anyways, as you all know, last week James had said that his wife would be induced. So it finally happened. Here it is. He has a new son. The tag. I just noticed his hospital tag, the sticker that he's wearing right there. You know, it reminds me every time I've had a kid, you got to get those stickers and stuff, and that's how you gain access or whatever. But yeah, James welcomed a new member into his family, and yeah, we're really happy for him. Everything seemed to have gone great. You know, he and to my surprise, he was planning on being on the show today, but he got hit with a sinus infection, and I think he had like something with his eyeball. I thought it was gonorrhea at first, but he assured me it wasn't. And I said, you know, if it is gonorrhea, you can take one pill a day for 5 days, and it should clear up after a while. So, but it wasn't gonorrhea, so it might be something that he would have to take longer than 5 days. So, congratulations, James. I know you were a part of having this baby, and you know, we look forward to seeing you get your tubes tied. So we got that, and let me go through the chat real quick just so I don't get behind and leave you all just you know, sitting there waiting for me to respond. I got Inja here. What's up, Inja? Good to see you. Start the show. You know, as soon as that comment dropped, I pressed go live. I promise you I did. So we got Phil in the house, Phil's Treehouse. Oh, dude, you changed your name back. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know about P2, but I'm used to knowing Phil's Treehouse. So welcome back, Phil. Let's see. Dusty showers. Yup. I was working at one of our warehouses today, and I got dust everywhere, man. I actually, it was so bad, my nose started bleeding from all the dust. So and it was going for probably like a good hour. So got that done with, but man, that dust can kill you, man. Let's see who else we got. You can do it, Robert. We have faith in you. Thank you, Phil. I can always count on you with the words of encouragement. Inja says, hi, Robert. Hey, Inja. I'm always happy to see you. Comic Raider says, thank you, Robert. LOL. Hey, man, no problem. Also, just let me throw this out there. In James's old fashion, everyone was giving all their glory to his new kid here. Okay. And like always, James had to make it about himself by getting sick, not doing the show, and it's just like, dude, come on, man. This is your son. Like, how are you going to do that? Let him have the spotlight for a minute, Let him have the spotlight. You just sit back and, like, raise your kid up in the air like the Lion King. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But let me take this down real quick. We got Straight Edge Rick in the house. What's up, Rick? Good to see you, man. Of course, James is slacking and isn't on the show. You guys can verbally assault him when he gets back. Typical Raider fan. I can still boot you from the chat. Too bad you can't boot. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Still going on. That's football season for you, though, James. I mean, how many more weeks do you have of this? There are easier ways to get out of a show than having a baby. Yes, I agree. Yeah, that was my version of Raiders Rants. We'll definitely call it Robert's Rants. Let's see here. Thanks. Feel better, James. I mean, if he's sick, yeah, feel better, dude. Yeah, it's just it happens. Actually, so we'll go over my week real quick. It's nothing crazy. Fortunately enough, I think it's safe to say that the household is illness free at this point. My son, he's the one that started this sickness with like a cold and a cough, and it passed on to everyone else. While everybody got better, he still had like this lingering cough, almost as annoying as James's cough. And so my son, he's 13 years old, and he does water polo, and he does it at the Rose Bowl, which is a big stadium over here at in Pasadena. Well, they the last few times, like maybe 3 times he's gone, they've sent him home early because he's been having these cough attacks. So we finally made him a doctor's appointment, and well, we didn't make him an appointment. We took him into urgent care, which I don't really like doing because I feel like, I was telling James, because he went to urgent care earlier today, and I told him, 90% of the time, you'll get a misdiagnosis or something that they didn't catch. I made that statistic up, but I kind of feel like it's almost 100%. So so we took him to urgent care, and they looked him over, did x-rays of his chest to make sure that it wasn't pneumonia. It wasn't. But so they, I guess, diagnosed him with bronchitis. So they gave him some antibiotics and some like cough syrup and stuff like that. So he's missed a lot of water polo, probably like 6 to 8 days of water polo. He goes 3 times a week. Um, so today's his first day back, and hopefully he does okay. Hopefully he could get through it because they've just been sending him home, and it's just kind of annoying because we drive all the way out there, and it's just like, he's there for like maybe an hour, and then it's like, oh, he's coughing too much. We gotta send him home, and it's just like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna argue. I mean, I get their point because it's like you don't want to get everyone else on the team sick, but that's not really like he's not at the contagious um stage. So yeah, it's just annoying, and we pay a lot of money for him to go. Let's see, bronchitis, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, you got that right, man. But so like I said, he gave us all the sickness. We all healed from it, and he still had it. I feel like he's at the point now where it's not so bad. He can function and do physical things now. So that's good, Um let's see here. There's another thing I wanted to get to real quick. Let's see. All right. So the Comic Book Fiend Club West chapter would like to invite everybody for their Fiendtober cover challenge. I thought this was a great idea, and I'm glad Cisco hit me up. If y'all know SD Key Collector, him and Mike formed this list, and I know there's a lot of people in our chat that enjoy doing stuff like this. So we got Fiendtober cover challenge, and we've been getting some great submissions here. So yeah, every day there's a new theme, and so like day one we got Bloodlust, second House of Horrors, Demonic Deal, Nightmare on Fiend Street, Curse of the Jack-o'-lantern, Ravaged by the Beast, Bloody Vigilante, Wicked Fantasy, Claws of Terror. So the point is post something regarding these themes and the tag Fiendtober on it. Let's go to the second page. We got Underworld, Twisted Transformation. If you take that in a couple different ways, right? The Fiend Within. Oh, look at that typo. Come on, man. You guys gotta fix that. The Witching Hour, Psycho Killer, The Last Laugh, Fear and Loathing for October, Gothic Goddess, Creature Feature, Night of the Living Fiend, Unnatural Abomination, Scared My Clothes Off. I'm 100% sure I got a couple of those. Spawn from Hell, Horrific Film Feature, Back from the Grave, They Came from Outer Space, Where's My Crimson Bats At? I thought that said, Where's My Cousin? But, yeah. The End Is Not... Wow. Those typos must be from Mike Hanley. Or is that how you're supposed to spell it? The End Is Nigh. Whatever. And lastly, No One Can Hear You Scream, Skulls and Bones, Trick or Treat, and Halloween Havoc. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and go to Comic Book Fiend Club or Comic Book CBFC West, and you could join in on the fun. So we got that. Let's see here. Let's catch up with the chat here. We got Lady Fantastic in the house. Hey, what's up, Caroline?
What up, butt nugget?
Hey, were you waiting for a while?
Oh, forever. No,
Oh,
like
okay.
literally like 20 seconds.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, I've never had to run the show by myself before, so I'm popping my cherry right now. You get front row seat, and aren't
I'm,
you the lucky one, huh?
oh, yes, the most privileged.
How you
So,
been?
man, I had a really long week. I'm really tired. It was stressful, but it's okay. And I'm just glad to be with people that, have the same they enjoy the same things that I do, celebrate the same shit that I
Isn't
do.
it great? I mean, imagine being a collector and not having any friends or family that share the same passion.
It'd be very isolating, and it has honestly in some ways like it kind of has been, but then like coming to YouTube and then finding all these people, it's been great because then it's like, man, I can immerse myself. And the coolest thing is that I learn more. And
Yeah,
that's the thing is like, I love just listening to people talk about their shit, the history
yeah.
behind it, why they love stuff. Like, I'm all
There's
about it.
always something to learn.
Yes.
You
And
know,
that's
I
what makes
mean,
me excited is that I'll never know enough.
yeah.
Never.
I mean, my favorite part about collecting comics are the stories outside of the book. you
How'd they get
know,
made? How did these people come together?
yeah,
What motivated this comic getting made in the first place?
yeah.
No,
I mean, there's a lot of
his
pulling back the curtain stories and stuff like that, and
behind the
I
scenes.
kind of I kind of feel like stuff like that is. I mean, I know there's stuff out there, but I feel like it's coming out even more now because, you got people that aren't really working in comics anymore,
And they're telling
talking
the
about,
stories of the
they're
heyday.
telling the stories. Yeah,
Like, just like, can you imagine what it must have been like to work on like late 70s, early 80s X-Men when Claremont and Byrne were on that team, and then
I know.
Louise Simonson was editing, and there was another chick that was on with them too. But it's apparently like really stressful because they did not like each other.
Yeah,
But they were both so talented.
yeah. Or
Um,
even, Marvel almost going away.
Bankrupt in the
Yeah.
90s, mid 90s, yeah. Or like the advent of some of these underground comics and how that
Mm.
whole underground scene started, with the
Yeah, I
hippie.
feel like that's something that me and you kind of resonate. Like we share that same passion.
Yeah,
It's
there's a lot
just
of
it's something that not a lot of people know about, and when you do find people that do know, it's
it's
like,
great.
damn, it's great.
And
Like
I
it's
don't feel like I know shit like compared to people like a whole lot about underground comics. Cali Comics, I don't know if you've met him.
yeah.
But he knows a whole lot about underground. He knows just a whole lot about comics. Period.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
he may goof around a lot and just shoot the shit, but like that dude knows books.
Yeah.
But
Um yeah, and that's the thing too is like a lot of people think I know a lot, which I don't feel like I do,
I
you
feel the
know.
same. I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface,
yeah,
the top of the glacier type of shit,
yeah.
and
Like I kind of feel like I have imposter syndrome sometimes because it's like some
right,
people know so much that I'm like, dude, I must sound like a fool.
right,
Like, because some people like you get somebody like Metarog or like Jeff's Cantonese comic kids talking about like Vampirella or Frazetta. He's like a walking dictionary. Or like Southern Comic Geek with Valiant. He knows the entire history of Valiant.
yeah,
Like it's just
yeah.
nuts.
I
But
know, and I feel like sometimes when I do find people that know a decent amount of underground books, I can't like. I feel like I can't keep up with them. I don't know if you've had that same feeling,
there's so
but
much and
yeah,
there's so many prints.
yeah,
And when you talk about underground, it's much more like stratified and diverse than you would think.
Yeah.
There's lots of different sub pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just less organized. There's more local history to it, and I think depending on where you are in the U.S., you might
Yeah.
get different flavors and
Yeah.
search for different things.
Yeah.
Simply because it is more of a regional, and you're lucky to find some of those underground books in certain areas. Like,
Yeah. Like I've had those moments where I'll be talking about underground books to somebody like uh I feel like I talk more about underground books uh from people that are vendors, you know,
yeah,
because they kind of have to know that.
mhm.
And if they have underground books, it's because that was something that they collected at one point. Hey, what's up, Rick?
Uh-oh.
What up, man?
Hey.
Wild man Rick.
Hey, Caroline.
Hey, Rick.
I
But then
just
there
wanted to say sometimes you do sound like a fool, but it's okay. You're pretty cool at the same time.
Okay, thank you. I feel similarly about you. Like sometimes you sound really stupid,
stupid,
but
yeah.
most of the time you're pretty
Okay.
competent. So
Competent? Yeah, definitely.
quite
And
adept
impotent.
at many things. But, you do
Many things. You're right.
you do poop more than most people.
He's always been
I
like
think
that though.
I think
Has
that's
he?
a sign of health, though, like great health.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know, we know what you eat. Your
I
main
don't.
diet is 7-Eleven, and there's really nothing healthy that comes out of that
And
place, man.
refried
Yeah,
beans.
but I feel like since my body is so healthy, it's able to process those foods like it was healthy. So it's like my
Mm.
body turns it into healthy foods,
I mean,
and
does
it
your
just
body
shoots out
even
the.
like really process that food though?
Yeah,
Are
100%.
you just a
I
big,
shit all the time.
or are we talking to a microplastic, like an
So it
assimilation?
would it'd be different if like I just shit my pants all the time. That
That'd
I
be
would be worried
uncomfortable.
about. I don't do that though. I shit in a
Yeah,
toilet and
but
then
you've
I
Oh,
done
you,
it
you
pull
don't
before.
do
my
it as
asshole with a
often.
bidet.
You don't do it every day,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
but I mean, that wasn't always the case, was it?
You know,
It
my,
was
my
only,
my butthole muscles are pretty. They're solid. They're solid.
but you had to do a lot of physical therapy for that, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
James helped me with that. It was so nice. Such a nice
I
guy.
mean, there.
James is his Kegel counter.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
Hialeah comics in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you.
he talks a lot of shit. That one right there, Luca. I don't know about him.
We got SD Key Collector. What's up, Cisco? Good to see you, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rick has healthy BMs, I guess. He says so.
100%.
We just have to take his word for it. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He's
I came
always
on
been one to
because
brag about his BM. So
yeah,
he
I'll
does
send pictures. Just I like to share the information on what healthy BMs are like.
because people don't talk about it enough, do they?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And how do you
And
I
you
know
mean,
want
I
that
to,
they're
ask him for a dick pic. He's out. Ask him for a BM pic. He's
all
totally
day.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I might
because
be
he
out.
wants to remove the stigma around talking about poop.
Yeah, I
I
like
mean,
that.
like
Nice.
But
Oprah
I came
did.
on to cover James's part because I know you wanted to cover the Power World stuff.
Okay.
So at some point I'll touch on that for him because
Okay.
I know
Sounds good.
it's close to his heart because he's a Poca fan for sure.
A
All
poker
right.
fan?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
100%.
Let me get through a couple more things real quick. We got our bro, Rob's Fat Stacks. He's in the middle of C3. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Comics Curing Cancer. This is his link tree. If you go to Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram, you can donate. They have the show times for all their auctions. Um, let's see. I mean, they're going this whole weekend, so it's just a stacked. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. So if you want to see some of the cool things that they have, let me go ahead and I feel like this is one of my favorite pieces that I've seen. Um, this one right here. I think it's great.
Who did that?
I don't
Roscoe?
know. He didn't really give credit.
Or was it actual
Oh, there you
fact?
go.
Maddie Freeze.
There it is.
Very cool.
I think it's great. Together we are tougher than cancer with
Um,
Dr. Mario.
I had a question.
What's up?
Do you have a copy of It Ain't Me, Babe? And
No, I don't.
you know what I'm talking about when I say that?
Yeah, there's like a green and a red version of that.
Yeah, there's also
It's
like
with all the one
mhm,
female
yeah,
comic book
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trina Robbins wrote
Hmm.
that. Yeah. I want to try and get a first print of that. Hey, Steve Wildman.
Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Um, is it is there any particular reason that you're scoping that one out?
Me?
Hmm.
Yeah, because I really have a lot of respect for Trina Robbins. She wrote a lot of the women's comics.
Hmm.
And you know, being a lady and being one that believes ladies, you know, in terms of mental capacity, are basically the same as dudes. And then, you know, I want to get that book because for me, it's like getting a Miss Marvel or, you know, anything that's kind of like, hey, ladies. And it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I hate dudes. I don't. I love my male cape heroes.
Yeah.
Always have. But when I was a little girl, it was cool to have female superheroes because they were my role models, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
What
yeah.
would you say your favorite female superhero is?
Man, I really, there's a couple. One is I love Jean Grey Phoenix. And then I also love like Carol Danvers and like Binary. She goes
Mm,
Binary.
nice.
Both of them I really like, man.
Now, do you like
Phoenix.
Phoenix because of the old X-Men cartoons? Because that's where I learned about Phoenix,
No,
and I thought that was such a great story.
yeah, the moans, she moaned a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, I loved the Phoenix Saga, the Light and the Dark Phoenix Saga. Some of the coolest writing, and we learned about like the Shi'ar Empire and the Imkron Crystal and the Phoenix entity, and how Jean is one of the most powerful mutants on Earth, more
Hmm.
powerful than Professor X, but is unable to control her mind when overcome with the Phoenix Force. But the
Yeah.
Phoenix Force saw her as a worthy source.
Yeah.
So it's just a great story. And like Lilandra, you know, it's a lot of strong females.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I
anyway.
mean, I've always been like, when it comes to female superheroes, it's always been Wonder Woman. And
Even your girl?
I married a Wonder Woman fanatic. So she may not like going to conventions or comic shows,
But she likes
but
Wonder.
when she goes, she's looking for that Wonder Woman stuff.
That's good taste.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fault you or your wife for
Mhm.
being fans of Wonder Woman. Trina Robbins again,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but make sure that you put that hopeful. So, my God, I'm gonna have to tell you the story with Cisco. So he sends me this. He sends me this link of the Fiendtober.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know I hearted it and I thought that was cool or whatever. But then I think a couple hours later, so there was a time period. There was a time period, and then he he sent me a message saying, "We would love to have you join." I thought this motherfucker wanted me to join CBCF West,
Oh,
and I was like, "Seriously?" I was
Uh-huh.
like, I mean, I have friends in there, but shouldn't I contact the South if I were even gonna try? Like for real.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, you want me to post the pictures? I thought he was asking me to be in the club. And
Hey,
he was
if you
like,
want to be in the club, you can apply too. I
he
mean,
said
I
that. He
know
was
Greg
like,
from
you
the
know what?
South. He's an awesome guy. So,
He said, you know what? You are free to apply. And I said, I said, maybe when I'm grown, I might put in my application. When I get a little older and I grow up, I
when you
might
mature
try.
a little bit, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet, Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was funny but
Yeah.
anyway,
Cisco's a great guy, man. I
yeah.
mean,
We're on the same page now. We're on
yeah,
the same
that's cool.
page.
That's cool.
And and
I
he
wish
knows.
I wish you could meet him because his persona online doesn't do him any justice. He's a kind, genuine guy, like he
I believe
just,
it.
yeah, it's really cool, man.
Yeah. There's some
Uh
good ones.
yeah, but
Um,
yeah, that's funny though. He's the one that got this whole Fiendtober
yeah.
uh arranged, and he's really
I'm
doing it.
I'm
He's a,
trying. I don't have many scary books. I mean, I have a big enough collection where I can probably find some, but it's tough for me.
yeah,
There's a lot of horror fans that are in y'all's community.
yeah.
And you guys have got some badass material to start from or to use. And so I feel like I'm at a bit of a handicap.
Yeah, I feel the same way too, Caroline, only because I do have a lot of books, horror themed as well. It's not really it's not my thing, but you know,
Some are
I
great.
yeah, exactly. But so when it comes to stuff like this, the whole like Fiendtober thing, a lot of my like what 85% of my stuff is in storage.
Yeah,
So in
okay.
order for me to participate,
You've got to go
I gotta
dig.
go digging, and it's like because I'm not organized yet.
It's
I'm
not
getting
worth it.
there,
Yeah.
and by the time I find them all to like, you
October's
know,
over.
yeah, it's over. It's already Christmas.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Look, I would like to hang,
yeah.
but I'm gonna go play video games
What are you
with you
playing?
and talk shit. I'm gonna go play Fortnite
All right,
with some other comic community members.
all right,
Maybe
cool.
even maybe some CBFC adjacent members or
All right.
members. So I can't name names because it's really
Oh, we got a short segment for video games, so
okay.
make sure you come back
Okay.
and watch that because maybe there's a game in there that might interest you. So,
Okay. I might check that out.
Punisher said to hold on. What
Hold
does that
on
mean?
for one more day. I gotta
All
go.
right. Well, thank you for joining, and it was great seeing you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Rick, I hope your BMs stay regular, just like your
We can't hear
temperament.
you because his headphones off.
That's
See?
probably better.
Yeah,
So,
it's
anyways,
best that way.
yeah, it is. Keep it cool. Bye guys.
All right. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right. We got Tony in the house. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man?
She left.
Oh, she's probably still watching though. What's up, man? There it is.
I went and dug it out just for her.
Let me highlight that for you, dude.
There you go.
Well,
I heard her say it,
Ricky
I
could
went
probably
digging.
ping her real quick. Let her know. What print is that, dude?
It doesn't say. July 1970, 50 cents.
Okay, because I know
Doesn't
there's
say.
two different color variations.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know me, Robert. I found this in the dollar bins.
Do you know where though?
No idea. If anything, it had to be Jeffrey's.
Maybe. Yeah. They usually would dump stuff like that in
Yeah.
their bins.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool, dude. That book took off. It's
Mhm.
taking off.
Yeah. Recently.
So, How did you find it so fast?
Mine are alphabetized.
Oh man.
You've seen my room full of comics. They're
Yeah.
by publisher, and then they're alphabetized.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy though, man.
So
So how you been, dude? How's everything going?
yeah,
Yeah.
could always be better.
Yeah. You guys busy at work?
No. Fuck work.
Everyone's slowing down right now, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Working man is a sucker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There so I don't know if you saw for Torrance, but they're doing a night version.
It's a Halloween thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever
Yeah.
been there?
No.
No?
No.
Are you interested in doing that?
Probably not. I
No?
don't think it's a flea market.
What do you think it is?
They'll probably have like spooky booths or something, and maybe vendors doing stuff like that. But I don't think it's a swap meet kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
From what I'll have to read it again, but from what I read, it seemed like it was a flea market type of thing.
I'll look at it again too.
Yeah. Because if it is, I kind of feel like, my wife
but
would like to
it's
go.
at night though. What day is it?
Saturday. It's tomorrow.
Oh, I can't tomorrow.
You go to LA Comic Con.
No. Hell no. Why anyone still goes to that convention, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it got better.
I take that back. Their celebrity lineup is insane this year. If you're going,
Yeah, you
for
got Back to the
autographs or photo
Future.
ops, it's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right up your alley.
it is. But I'm going to Monsterpalooza next weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where's
So,
that at? LA, right?
That one is Pasadena. I think it's Pasadena, actually.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, it's son of Monsterpalooza.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then the weekend after that is the Hollywood show, which is another autograph show.
And you're going to that too?
I'm probably going to go to that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
That's
the
a
weekend
lot.
after that is our Swami. So you talk about
PCC's this
broke.
weekend too. We got Blood and Brews in the house. What's the topic? Right now it's Halloween stuff, but earlier it was video games and comics. I mean, you name it, we talk about it.
Everything.
Yeah,
I missed
yeah.
out on the BM talk.
I mean, did you really though? I've known my brother for a long time, and his BMs are mad crazy. So
Where's everybody at tonight?
probably because James isn't here. Conventions alley are the best. Been to most of them. It depends on
Whoever
what
that guy is,
convention.
he needs to stop talking.
No, it depends on what convention you're talking about, though. You go to
It's
all the
not LA
Halloween ones.
Comic-Con, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, but people that go to LA Comic Con aren't just there for comics, though. You know?
If you remember, it started out as Kamikaze.
Yeah, I was there at the first one.
And then, yeah, same. And then it went into Stan Lee's Kamikaze.
Yeah.
And then it just became LA Comic Con.
Yes.
So they're
Yeah.
trying.
So when they were Kamikaze and Stan Lee, they were good.
Yes, I agree. I really liked how they did Kamikaze.
Scare LA. You been to that one?
That's not a
No?
Comic Con.
What is it?
That's
The
a
haunted
horror
house?
convention.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got Sabrina in the house. What's up, Sabrina? Monsterpalooza. That's your deal right there.
Yeah.
Same here, Steve. Same here, man. But I love it so. If it wasn't so, when I first started going to Kamikaze and Stanley, they were like, what, like $15,
Oh yeah,
$20?
it was cheap.
And that's why I went, because I could take the whole family.
And they did that on
And
purpose. That was part of their marketing, is that it was going to be a cheap con.
okay,
That was it was for the fans. But of
yeah.
course, you know, it changes.
But you know, the first year we went as a family, it was so fun. I mean, my
Yeah.
kids dressed up, and I mean, I had a lot of fun too. And the next year, it just, the prices skyrocketed, and they just kept going up after that. I kind of feel like they plateaued at this point,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
nobody's really like, they're not really selling out, I feel like, you know,
No.
especially for like comic people. They're not really getting the comic like artists
They're
and stuff
not.
like that. Every year you would have like that one artist like Jim Lee. Even one year was Scotty Young.
Mm,
And now it's like, I don't, do you know who it is this year?
I have no idea.
See?
They've been
I mean,
promoting the celebrities.
yeah.
They've got the
And voice
Addams Family
actors.
cast, Back to the Future cast. I mean, like all of them. That's huge.
Yeah.
So what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? That's what people go for now. Meet celebrities. It's all about
Yeah.
the movies.
Look at that. $65 for Saturday, dude.
Yep, I believe it.
I could get a 3-day pass for that, less than that
Yeah.
in the beginning.
In fact,
But
yeah, like I'm going to Monsterpalooza next weekend, and I want to say I got all 3 days, and it was less than that.
yeah.
So
And, you know, like for when me and you go, it's more just to like spend money, right? I mean, let's
Yeah.
be real here.
yeah,
We're going there to spend money. And so when you throw a $65 entrance
top.
fee,
plus
It-
parking,
oh bro. Parking, that's
and don't plan on eating there.
no.
Yeah,
The only people that I know that eat there are my kids. And you know, if they're willing to stand in line, then hey, have at it. You know?
well, let me ask you: when
What's
did
up?
you start going to comic book conventions? About what year?
It was probably my first convention was Kamikaze.
Okay.
That was my first one, because even collecting comics, I've heard about conventions, but I didn't really understand the magnitude
Yeah.
of a convention.
Yeah.
You know, so when I did experience my first convention, it was, dude, I was in awe. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But sadly, the more conventions you go to, the less desirable they become.
I feel there's too many now.
As far as comics goes,
Yeah. Too many comic book conventions.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I really agree with that.
Can you afford to go to every single one and spend money at every single one?
Not anymore, but I feel
No.
like back then I did. I would have.
Well, you know, times are different.
Yeah. But I remember my first convention, Kamikaze. Dude, I came home with like a stack of books,
Yeah.
and they were all books I wanted.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was picking books out were just like, oh, this is a cool book. It was just like, oh shit, I've been looking for this. Or, you know, this is a cool, I've never seen this before. Let me grab it.
Yeah.
Every single book I bought at that convention was like a book I wanted. And that's, you can't beat that. And now it's like, now it's like pulling teeth just to buy a book at a convention, you know, because, you know, being a collector, it's like, you know, you want the keys or the books that are more rare, I guess, and they cost money. And
Now,
you know, Yeah, but so now that now at a convention you can walk away with a book, 3 books, and
Yeah,
you
you're
you know you
spent.
just yeah.
Yeah,
But it, every now and then I'll go on my Instagram post and I'll see like some of the books that I've posted like at my first convention. I'm like,
yeah,
man, like that was so fun. Like just going to different and meeting different vendors, not knowing anybody. And now when I go to conventions, like, I go from vendor to vendor to vendor. I know them. I know most of them. I sit there and talk with them, and
yeah,
it's just a good time. And now I'm at the point where it's just like, if it's too expensive, at least I know I could go, visit some like old vendor friends, and
mm,
or maybe they'll have something that they were holding on for me, or you never
yeah,
know, like
yeah,
but now it's like I have no expectations when I go into a convention. I just go with an open mind, and if I can come out with something, then I'm happy.
yeah.
If not, I don't know. I've never left a convention without like finding stuff. One time, I got close to that at Long Beach Comic
Mm.
Con, and I know you've been there, right?
Oh yeah,
And you've seen the decline of that convention.
it's terrible now.
So when I went, it was probably close to its bottom,
Okay,
and
the history with Long Beach Comic Con, because again, I started going right when it started. It was it was a comic book and horror convention, the very first
yeah,
few, and it was in October. But then Kamikaze came in and fucked them and took their dates.
yeah,
So you basically had a convention on the same weekend. So they changed it. Long Beach moved right there with a smaller convention. They couldn't compete with Stan Lee.
yeah,
When it was comics and horror in the beginning, it was pretty damn good. And they had like horror comic book artists, which was kind of cool.
yeah,
So later on, they dropped the horror thing and just strictly became comics, but it's such a small show, and they didn't bring in any like big names anymore.
yeah, yeah.
So it went to garbage.
People would always tell me like, "Oh, that's such a small show," and when I got my tickets, I was like pumped, and then I walked in there, I'm like, holy shit, this is a small show. You walk in and you can see the other end of the fucking convention.
You want to hear something funny? I think it was actually at one of the Long Beach shows where Aaron was there, and that's when he asked me to join the Comic Book Fiend Club.
Yeah, I feel like,
it was at one of the Long Beach shows.
yeah, because I know Aaron did used to go to those ones too.
Yeah.
I only went once and that was it, dude.
Yeah.
The only thing, and like I said, I almost walked away with nothing, but because I knew some of the vendors, that I was able to pull like actually some really great underground books.
Yeah.
So I was happy, but if I had not seen that one vendor, I would have left there with nothing and just been pissed.
Yeah.
Because I remember James came down for I feel like it was Alley Comic Con. He lives up in Modesto or fucking Lodi. I don't know.
Up north,
whatever. Yeah. And he drove all the way down here to go to the convention, and I couldn't go because my daughter had her birthday party that day, and we rented a place and everything. So he came after the show to have some tacos, and he was so disappointed, and he was just pretty much saying like, yeah, I was just basically like looking for stuff to buy, like just to spend money on.
Yeah.
And even though he had bought a few items, I don't think he was like really happy on like how much he spent, or maybe those items weren't really what he was looking for, but he didn't want to leave the show empty handed.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's that's kind of messed up. Like, conventions, you should be able to find something that you want. Something. There has to be something.
Well, that's
So,
like we all go to WonderCon now,
yeah.
and for me, it's not to go shopping; it's to hang out with all you guys.
Yeah.
That's why I go. I don't.
Uh-huh.
I've kind of lost interest in the big shows, right? The big conventions. I'm more of a fan of like these swap meets.
Yeah. But
They're hit and miss.
and for me, I like going to shows other than conventions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it was
I was impressed
Thanks.
with like TorpedoCon's last lineup. They had a ton of artists. That was cool. Of course, unfortunately I couldn't make it, but hopefully next year they have the same lineup. I'll try to go.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing with me with comic book shows is I go for the artists. I want to meet the artists. I want to try to get a sketch, something like that. Not so much shop and buy books, because I can buy books if I really wanted them online.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the swap meets, flea markets, that's where I find the deals.
Yeah.
So
I agree,
comic book
man.
conventions, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I still enjoy going to conventions. I'm just not like, because before it was just like, oh, this one's coming up, I got to get the tickets, and
Yeah.
now it's like, do I really want to go?
Yeah.
Like, that's my mentality.
I used to go to every single comic book convention whenever they came out. I was first in line, the whole works. I've lost interest in it. There's too many of them. There's just too many to go to them all and spend money at them all.
Yeah.
It's too much.
No, I agree. And you don't want to walk out there having bought stuff and not really caring about it. That's like the worst.
Yeah.
You get home, you lay everything out, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I just spent $300 on this?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I used to go to conventions and they'd be like bins of just Adam Hughes stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like fucking picking them all out, and I mean, now Adam Hughes is he's more popular, so
yeah,
you can't just grab everything and then just pay
not nowadays.
Yeah, now these books are like $20 and up. It's like, fuck, what happened?
Yeah. I know. So what happens when things become popular? They get expensive.
Yep. True that. No, and I do like the flea markets too, but I mean, just as well as anybody, dude, like there's times where like there's no comics.
I know. It's hit and miss.
But I kind of feel like that's why I kind of, my son, he's into video games now, like retro stuff too, and that's that keeps it fun for me as well.
Yeah. Plus you bring the whole family.
Yeah.
And they've got their little things that they collect and stuff. So you're doing the whole family thing at a swap meet or flea market.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
They're limited at a convention, which is more your thing.
Cisco says that's why I like San Diego Comic-Con. Talk to artists. Not Rob Liefeld though. He's an asshole.
I like Rob. Every time I've met him, I've never had a problem with him.
The reason why Cisco says that is because he asked Rob, he just asked him a question, and Rob told him like pretty much stand in line if you want to do anything.
Yeah.
And I agree with him. He could have been nicer about it. But it's funny because he was signing all these like X-Force books, and they're just like random he charges a lot. And some dude had like probably a short box full of.
The last time I saw him, was it at WonderCon? I don't remember.
Is Rob Liefeld afraid of you?
Is he afraid of me?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's
No,
what
but
James
I
says.
saw he was only charging for the New Mutants. The other books he had a limit, and he was signing for free.
What's up, Katie? It was probably a new issue that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, I mean, that was probably like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, I think it was at WonderCon. Maybe not this last one, but yeah, maybe a couple years ago. I don't remember exactly.
He was. He didn't he have that hardcover book?
I don't
Blood.
remember.
It's called like Blood something. I don't know.
Like he's in my sketchbook, my Book of the Skull, and he did it for free. That's how long ago I met him. I mean, remember, I've been around a while.
Yeah, that's crazy because he doesn't even do free stuff for kids.
Yeah. Well, his Deadpool exploded, right? It made him a name. So
Yeah.
the same could be said about Stan Lee. Okay,
Uh-huh.
before the Marvel movies, only comic book fans knew who the fuck Stan Lee was.
Yeah.
So once he got into the movies, right, everyone wanted his fucking autograph. His autograph went sky high. The first time I met Stan Lee, his autograph was free. So,
That was a long time ago, man.
that was a long time ago, and it was actually at San Diego Comic-Con. Think about that. That's a comic book, like, mega show. Everyone knows San Diego Comic-Con, and Stan Lee was signing for free. Think about that was before all the Marvel movies. So,
But I kind of feel like he still would have done it for free. But he had this whole Stanley.
oh, I don't know. His prices kept going up.
I know, but like all that stuff, all that went to his charity.
I don't know about that.
That's what he was saying, or that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
We got Mike SMT in the house. What's up? What's up, Mike? Yeah, like it was put into some charity. So,
well, I know the people that run the autograph, they get their cut.
yeah.
So it doesn't all go to the celebrity and whatever they do with it. So
I don't know, man.
yeah. Times have changed. That's all I know.
That's true, man. That's true. You have any pickups, man? I know you got a new Punisher.
I do. That's the only one I brought out.
Okay.
I did post it on Instagram already.
This is a Finnish version?
No. This is Italian. 2024. Okay. Just came out this year.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there are other Italians, but just like how we did here in the U.S., right? The Fasmiel, whatever we want to call it, it's the same thing, just Italian.
Okay.
But I told you the story about this when I saw
it.
Yeah. When I knew it came out, of course, I jump onto eBay. And the cheapest I found was $40. And I believe it was coming out of Canada, not even Italy. The guy in Italy, the sellers that had it, they wanted $50 US. It's a brand new comic. It just came out. So what I did was I switched my country of origin on eBay. Some of you don't know you can do that. And I put that I was from Italy. So guess what that does? It posts all the Italy posts, all the sellers.
Does it adjust shipping for you too, or no?
No, okay. That's the only issue is a lot of them don't have it set up to ship to the United States. So like I found this for $4. And since it was so cheap, I did buy 2 of them. I bought 2.
Look at you.
Right? I always got to buy a double. Anyway, they were $4. I contacted the seller and I was like, hey, I live in the United States. Here's my zip code. I want to buy 2 books. How much would be shipping, or even do you even ship to the United States? It took him about 2 days to get back to me. Maybe he was translating my English. I don't know. But he's like, sure, no problem. And he looked it up and he gave me a shipping quote. Done deal. Here's my PayPal. Paid the guy, and it actually got here in about 2 weeks. So it wasn't too bad.
And the shipping wasn't even that much, huh?
He charged me $18 for 2 books coming from Italy.
Not bad.
So, yeah.
I mean,
Went
you
back,
know,
switched my eBay account back to I live in the United States, and I'm good to go. Little tricks.
is
Gotta
that
do
the
what you
first?
gotta do.
Is that the first time you've done it, or you've done that before?
Oh no, I've done that plenty of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Normally, I go through my Facebook group for foreign comics, but nobody has listed this yet. A lot of them stay away for I don't know why. Stay away from new comics. They want the older stuff. But you know, Punisher's my man. I gotta have every cover. So,
How many
you know.
different versions do you have now?
I want to say it's in the 40s. Like there's 40 different covers from various countries.
Wow.
Something like that.
Do you have that black and white?
The Finnish one, yeah.
Yeah, Finnish.
That's
You
from
have that
Finnish,
one?
yeah. Finland, yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a 10.0
You
on
know
that
I
one.
have every single one, Robert. You know this.
Sometimes I'll catch you, you know?
Well, not of the Amazing Spider-Man 129s. You know, that's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go ahead and show some of my pickups. And I'm glad you joined the show because I think there's a book here that you might appreciate. A lot of these are newer books, but we still got Epitaphs from the Abyss number. What issue is this? Number 3.
Is this a new book?
Yeah, this is a new one. The EC Comics brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of these covers are awesome.
Now, are you looking for older issues?
No, not really. So I just have this on my pull list because I think this one goes for 12 issues. So I just said, fuck it, might as well just get them. The first couple of issues you were able to see them, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. So I subscribed to it. So anytime these issues come out, they pull it for me right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this one because it's it's taking a body out of in a trash bag, which, I mean, come on, that ain't gonna hold them.
Yeah.
And then you got this one with this is a cover B. There's a girl playing with her Barbie doll with all these people hanging around her.
Mm.
Cool stuff. Continuing with the holiday theme or the Halloween theme. So this is another book series that I subscribed to, Monster High New Scaremester. And you know why I collect these, Tony. My daughter is a fan of Monster High.
Yeah.
And the thing is if you don't subscribe to these, most likely you will never find them. That's,
Now, do you pick up a set for her as well?
I don't, because I don't feel like, you know how picky she is with Monster High stuff. I feel like I would.
The Brat stuff.
No, she's never been in the Brats. This is a cover B.
Okay.
No, Brats are a little bit different. They have
you're right.
bigger eyes.
Yeah.
They have stripper shoes, stuff like that. Now this was a cover by God damn, I forgot her name. Ashley something, but this is Dazzler #1 variant
I like
cover.
that one. Yeah,
really cool, huh?
That's like a famous pinup pose.
Yeah. I wish I could remember her name. Ashley must be like a new artist. And then this is a series I also subscribe to. This is called Turtles of Grayskull. So this is Masters of the Universe.
Okay.
With the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Interesting.
So this is cover A by Dark Horse. Do you know who that is?
As in who? You mean the turtle?
No, the artist.
Oh no.
So, I mean, when you first look at the cover, you're like, oh, dude, that's horrible. But, you know, when it's done by Stan Sakai,
Hmm.
I do appreciate it. Isn't that weird?
Right? Yeah. Some artists are not great in everything.
Yeah, true that.
You know?
But it's
They-
Stan Sakai. I mean, I gotta
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we got Mike in the house. What's up, Mike? Hey,
Tell him to
Tony,
jump
stand
on.
up. Are you wearing clothes? Dude,
No,
he's
I'm
in
not. Tell him
he's
to
in.
join on. Stop being a
Well,
bitch.
he would, but he's in Texas right now. So
Ah.
yeah, you know,
Is he
he's
going to
got-
be back in
he's
time?
got those
for the
restrictions
next
going on right now.
swap meet?
What?
Will he be back in time for the next swap meet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell him to come on down.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be there for the last one, so. But you know, his priorities are fucked. All right, so you got Stan Sakai. This is the third cover, which I love because you got the vehicles. I don't know what this is called, but that's Skeletor's vehicle, and you got the turtle van.
Nice.
Yeah. So this series, I believe it's going for like 4 issues. So I just subscribed to it. You know.
And it's going to have 3 covers per issue?
No, they normally when issues start off they do 2, but this one I feel like because they think it's going to be a popular one that they did 3.
Yeah.
But and after that, most likely it'll be 2 issues, but sometimes it's just 1. So you know.
Yeah. You know how I feel about variants.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tony wants to go to your house, dude.
Who?
Tony or Mike? Mike does.
Next week I'm on at Monster Palooza, the swap meet. Come down for the swap meet.
Yeah.
Did you in fact did you tell Mike my idea that we should come down, go to the swap meet, and then we hit up the comic book shops after, like the Comic Bug, the Comic Code, shit like that?
Well, we just talked a couple of days. I mean, you got to give me some time, bro.
You talk to Mike every day. I know.
No,
you
I
do.
don't. I didn't talk to him today or the day before.
Anyway, Mike, you heard the plan.
Oh, Tony. So I got this is another series I subscribe to. It's Feral.
Okay, yeah.
This is issue number 6. So they're always cover homages. Do you know what this is?
No.
You would think it's like Fargo or something, huh? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Anybody in the chat know what this is? What about this one? So this is the cover B.
That's what do you call it? I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Fantasia?
This?
No, just kidding.
No.
They're usually horror themed. So
Yeah.
let me see. I don't know. Anybody in the chat know? Okay, James knows what's up. He probably got his before I did. Barbarian.
Yeah, there it is. That's Barbarian.
Was Barbarian a horror movie?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan.
Like Conan the Barbarian?
No. But yet it was called Barbarian.
Okay.
It was about I won't give it away.
So Tony, I don't know if you know anything about this book, but you can send a picture of your cat and they might post it inside this book. Like a
Really?
collage of
Only cats?
yeah, because it's feral. Stray Dogs didn't do it. You know, this is like their own thing that they do.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe Stray Dogs did it. I'm not too sure, dude. But the only reason why I know is because the lady from my LCS told me that she submitted her cat to be in this book, and it has not happened yet. So it makes me think that There's been a lot of submissions.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Conan didn't show up. Ruined my score for it. Do you know what that reference is to? All right.
Well, you said the barbarian.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now I get it. Now I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
First one is Blood and Snow.
I
They
don't know.
did in Stray Dogs. Oh. So it's probably a homage cover to a Stray Dogs cover.
Oh.
Crazy, huh? Nice. Yeah, dude, I had to give Cisco a wrench, man. Like he killed it last week
Yeah.
with all the
Where
information
is
he dropped.
I noticed he's always in the comments. Why doesn't he jump on?
We talked about that before. He's not ready yet. Okay.
He's not
It'll
ready
have
yet.
he assured me that it'll happen. Oh, it's
I
called
think
Blood.
That's the perfect time. He's with
He
two
said
other
Blood.
members.
Uh-huh.
No one else is here.
You know, Cisco's a busy guy, you know, and I don't want to pressure him into doing anything that he doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great guy, but I feel like with this type of stuff, he might be a little bit shy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I thought about that first because I haven't done anything but this show, right? A handful of times now. And when I first did it, I was thinking the same thing. How should I, but it becomes easier the more you
Yeah.
do it. And I'm just looking at my phone.
Yeah,
No one's
Yeah.
really looking back at me,
true.
so
Like you will not know until you throw yourself into the
Yeah.
fire,
yeah.
you know, and it's a lot easier than what you think it is.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I started jumping on the shows, it's nobody in this community. It was two old men talking about comics, and I had to watch their content for a couple months, and they had an open thing, but they were experiencing they hadn't really gone live ever before, so this was the first time they did it, and the connection just kept dropping, and it was just although it was a first experience, it wasn't a really good one because there was a lot of technical difficulties and stuff like that, and it just didn't go very smooth. So
Yeah.
but I kept at it, and then I started doing other shows like Spine Ticks and stuff like that, and I kind of feel like depending on the host, like they're the ones that put that comfortability
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
like Sith. He makes you feel comfortable. He keeps you engaged. He does it right, and stuff like that. And I've done other shows and stuff like that. I've had genuinely good experiences with kind of coming or working my way up to like where we're at now.
Yeah.
So and I'm lucky because a lot of people in this community like to bring each other up. Well, within our group, I know there's other groups out there that they're just like, I want to be number one, I want to be the best, and it's just like everything gets lost after a while.
Yeah.
So it's good to be with people that want to promote you and spotlight you and stuff like that. So but yeah, that's the community we're at now. So the movie's called Blood and Snow. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. Rick, have you heard of that movie? You're on mute.
No, I haven't heard of Blood and Snow.
Do you know if a movie like that exists?
Never heard of it.
Okay. Let's see.
Sounds good though.
Right? And they put the dog pics in. Oh, they did put dog pics in Stray Dogs. That's cool. He said, give me time. I'll be on one day. I just need to get my man cave straightened out. If you're going to wait until you get your man cave straightened out, you'll never do it.
Who gives
Right,
a
Tony?
shit what your background looks
Just
like?
blur it out, dude. That'd be weird. The fuck?
Yeah, Ricky has a bunch of beer bottles behind him. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to see that shit.
I'm
And
disappointed that you have your shirt on. I thought we had a thing here, you know.
Well,
Oh,
so
he'll do it.
I didn't want to be Tony without a shirt because you're Tony without a shirt. So I'm actually Tony with a shirt. You know,
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to step on any toes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Nice,
respect. I
nice.
gotta respect.
Let's see. Let's see the smart comment James has to make. I saw my name in there. I haven't read the whole thing yet. Nobody cares about the background. Robert has been showing his damn bed for like
That's
4
true.
years at least.
That's
Hey,
legit. The smash pad from
dude.
circa what 2000?
Yeah, yesterday, man. I mean, you know, magic.
Yesterday, what?
Just yesterday.
Yesterday. No, you got to get the brand name and then like message them for a sponsor. And you've
Yeah.
been smashing on the bed for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you
still
mean
going
IKEA?
strong.
Yeah. I'll write them right away. Oh shit! Like it's actually documented too, right?
Yeah.
It's like you could go back in my videos and see the same bed.
Yep.
That's funny.
Let's see. K-pop says, yeah, and usually tossing the books on his cat. Yeah, I'm gonna start like lining up cats right here. So when I show a book, I just throw it at the cat. Don't get nothing straight. Just hop on. Yep. I mean, you know, Katie, she runs her own show too, and I'm sure there's a bed back there somewhere as well.
Mm-hmm.
Documented. All right. Let me go ahead and finish up with my pickups here. You're gonna love this one, Tony. This isn't the book I was talking about, by the way. So this book was a cover buy when I saw it on the previews website,
Mhm.
and I was like, "That's a fire ass cover." Since then, this book has shot up. Mark Spears' Monsters #1,
Oh yeah, nice.
Bride
That's hot.
of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
This book actually came out a lot better than what I saw on the previous website.
And that's a new book.
Brand new, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My favorite part of her are her tits.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I wish I would have picked up more copies of this. But the cover price,
who's the artist on that?
I forgot, dude. It's
'Cause that's
nobody.
That's like a painting.
Yeah, it's nobody that I don't think any of us know. But yeah, I would have got more copies of this, at least 3 of them.
Mhm.
But they're $6, man, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is from Keen Spot Comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like, why are you charging $6? Like the paper quality isn't like cardstock or anything like
Yeah.
that. I don't understand.
Probably to pay that artist.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But they have like around 10 different variants, and a lot of them are homages from Marvel and DC books.
Really?
Like they have Infinity Gauntlet, but they're with the Universal monsters.
Okay.
So you'll have Infinity Gauntlet #1. They have the Hulk one where Wolverine has his blades out and
Yeah.
Hulk is in the. So you know, but instead of Wolverine, it's Dracula, and I think like Werewolf is in the fucking reflection.
Really?
Yeah. You know, this is the only book that really interested me. Because I'm a straight white male.
Same.
All right. Before I get to the last one.
I think you meant cis male.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait to show the entirety of this, but I'm gonna give you like a preview. I found this at one of the comic shops, and I thought it was fucking awesome. This is a pop-up playbook, Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, that's the one you were telling me about.
Dude, awesome book. Look at that.
Nice.
So,
How old is that?
uh,
97.
let's see. It's a first edition. First print, let's see, 94.
Mm.
Wow, you're way off, Tony.
Probably 3 years.
All right, so it's a pop-up book, and it's just a pop-up book of Gotham City. It's how do I explain it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take pictures, and that's what it is right there.
Yeah, when it all unfolds.
Yeah. It's just like one page, and it folds out 4 different ways, and you get the whole city. And it comes with a sheet with these characters right here up on top,
No,
and the
Harley.
and the Batmobile. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
I before I bought it, I wanted to make sure everything was there. And as I was popping everything open, I was just like, "Holy shit, dude! This is so cool!"
Yeah,
And they only asked like $10 for it.
I think it's worth it.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I mean, you can find them on some sales on eBay, or people selling them on eBay for close to that much, like maybe $20.
Yeah,
But when you see it in person, and it's like crisp, brand new, really never been touched, because like some of the folds are not even folded all the way, you know. And just to have it all laid out right there, and with the sticker sheet still, or not the sticker sheet,
character
the
sheet.
the character sheet with the Batmobile, I mean, still intact, not punched or anything.
Yeah.
Oh dude, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah,
Love this. So I want to take pictures of it and kind of like show it like in better detail. And I felt like I should have waited until James got back, because then he appreciates shit like that.
Mm.
So but
That's only if he comes back.
yeah, he might not make it.
Hmm.
Then we'll be down to 1. Holy shit. The low grade curse. The low grade Christmas curse.
That's terrible.
All right, so before I show the last comic, I want to show a couple games I got, okay? So
Love this part. This is my favorite part of the show.
Oh really? Why?
Yeah, I like seeing games.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't know what it is, like the way that you guys see fucking comics.
Yeah.
I get it. I see the art. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I can look at games and I feel like I see what you guys see in comics.
You understand it a lot better than you do comics, for sure. You know.
Especially the older stuff, when they have like the the booklets and stuff, like all that stuff that games used to come with. Like it was such an experience back then. Now they just give you the disc or the cartridge, whatever the hell it is, and
That's true.
it.
And we did have a conversation where Ross Fat Stacks asked like how hard is it for you to buy games without the boxes? And we kind of had to talk that out, because me, Rick, when I collected like old GameCube games and stuff like that, it had to have everything.
Yep.
If it didn't have everything, I wouldn't buy it.
I can understand that.
Yeah. But now we're getting to the point. Well, like I said, with disc, I still expect everything. But with cartridges, it's like, you know what? If I could find it, I'm not gonna try to complete it, just have the game and collect it. So yeah, it was a great conversation. So I went to a video game store because we didn't find anything at we haven't been finding games anywhere. So we went to a retail store over in Covina. James has been there, and every now and then he'll get like a collection and of stuff that I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that existed or whatever. I didn't know anything about this game. I asked the store owner if he knew anything about it. He said he didn't. But I had a pretty good idea just by looking at the box. So this game is called NBA Hang Time, and it's by Midway Games. Midway Games are the people that made NBA Jam. So and that's the reason why I asked the guy if he knows anything about it, because when you look at the back, it kind of does look like NBA Jam. So I don't know too much about this game. I have played it. It is NBA Jam. It's exactly like NBA Jam. I think it might just be like an updated roster for NBA Jam. I don't know what came first, this or NBA Jam, but they're both playable the same way. This box is in the game is in a cardboard box. My son got confused and put the original NBA Jam in there, which is cool. Let's see. And it comes with a manual.
Nice.
So, like I said
Right
before,
there, yeah.
What's up?
That's what it's about right there. Those
Yeah.
books.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, I never owned a Genesis before, so I don't even know what to look for on some of these games. You know, so he had everything complete, and I just like kind of like, all right, cool. I just really wanted a game anyway, so the box and stuff like that was a bonus. I don't ever remember them having cardboard boxes. I always thought that they were the plastic ones that snap
64 had it.
together.
64 had it.
The cardboard ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, but those weren't like collectible. You know what I mean? The purpose of those cardboard ones is to rip them open and throw the cardboard away. You know, I don't really feel like they were like this. These usually came in a plastic case. Let's keep up with the chat real quick. Midway also made NFL Blitz. Yeah, that's an awesome game. I will fuck anybody up in that game. Ask Mike Hanley, he knows firsthand. And Cisco says, and Mortal Kombat. Yes, I mean that's actually one of the games I'm looking for this game, or for the system, because I remember playing it at my friend's house in nauseum, because although they released it on the Super Nintendo, the Sega version had blood. The Super Nintendo one didn't. So everyone always wanted the Mortal Kombat for the Genesis because of the blood factor. So because it had blood, it was more in line with the arcade version or the system, you know. So yeah, Midway has made awesome games. James says in a NFL Blitz. Well, they had a baseball version called Slugfest, which, you know, is an insane baseball game. It was so fun. That game I also used to beat the fuck up. I used to beat Mike the fuck up, like, all the time. So he could never beat me at that. Let's see.
Mike doesn't really. His forte isn't winning though.
He's not good at games. Let's just be let's be honest here.
Weird flex though. That's a. It's like I beat James's kid at a whatever game, right?
Yeah.
Kids. Yeah. That's Mike right there. He's a kid equivalent.
Right. James says, yeah, we had a Sega Genesis as a kid, so that was my Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had the Super Nintendo one. It didn't hit as hard, but you know, whatever. Poor Mike, just trash at games. True, 100%. All right, so the last game we picked up here was, not many of you might remember this game. This is from 1994 from Atari Games. This game is called Primal Rage.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I saw this game, I was like, holy shit, I didn't even know they released this on the Sega Genesis. I feel like they might have released it on like Dreamcast or something like that. But Primal Rage was another fighting game, but you used dinosaurs, gorillas, just weird, it was a cool game. Cool game. I also played this against my son and beat his ass. So yeah, so that was a great pickup. I was really happy to see that. Let's see. I was just two. Absolutely a classic. Had that too. Nice.
They
All
were
right,
buying you
Tony.
games when you were 2? That's crazy.
You know what you need to find for the Genesis is the Punisher game.
Well, they are really re-releasing that for the Switch. So,
Well,
I'll,
wait, which version? I mean,
On the emulators?
the version is the arcade version, actually. Probably
no,
the one that
I'm
you have.
talking about the one from Sega Genesis. There was a Punisher game.
Oh no.
It's
So
different than the arcade.
Oh yeah.
It's bloody, the whole works.
Oh nice. Is it fun?
Yeah, from what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. You get to punish, people.
Dude, I've never been able to find it. It must be hard to find, Tony.
I have them all, of course, sealed, brand new.
Oh, look at you.
But yeah, they're not leaving the collection.
Get those graded, man.
Nah, I don't do that shit.
Not yet. All right, Tony, this is the last book. And I saw this book. It was a little bit pricey. I'm not going to lie.
The one you told me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just previews. I forgot when. It's October.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So it's got Patrick Swayze in it. Paul Hogan, Elvira. I picked this up because it's just a book you don't find. And like I was telling Tony, Elvira usually does a CGC signing once a year. And I looked this up in the CGC census. There is 2 copies none of them are signed. So there's 2 copies that are in the census and they're blue labeled. One is like a 6.5 and the other one's like an 8.5. So can this do better? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna have this in my back pocket just to kind of like, when that opportunity comes, I'll send this in for her to get it signed.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I think Neil Adams is in here too.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
Yeah. Let me see. I think this is it.
What year is that?
I'll check right now. So this is okay, 1988. It's got stuff from Steranko, I believe in Noah Adams.
So it's a comic book related magazine?
Not really. They do like movies and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like mostly movies. I guess there's a few comics. Let's see. Is this one that had Dead Man in it? There's erotic videos if you want to order. Mud wrestling, the art of mud wrestling. Yeah, this isn't the one. All right, well, I thought that. Oh, look at this, dude. 1988.
Oh, yeah. Smoking hot.
I think she looks better now.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think especially it's wild that they get that before or that kind of imaging before Photoshop. You know.
Through that. Especially in her original form, Tony, like her being a natural redhead and stuff like that. Like, you know, all these years, a lot of people didn't even know that she was a redhead, you know? So, but yeah. I don't know how old she is now, but dude, I remember her as a kid.
I think she's in her 70s.
Okay. Damn, dude. All right, Rick. You said you had something, right? You're filling in for James?
Yeah. So it was something that I knew James would cover. It's specific to and I think it's perfect because we talk about games, and I feel like games kind of bring feeling of nostalgia when you see them, when you play them, as to
Yeah.
like why you enjoyed them, specific things within the game. There's a new game. It's been out for a while, and it garnered like a ton of popularity just because it
Cisco
fills a
says she's
role.
73. Holy shit.
Damn. Well, so it fills a role that I feel like a lot of gamers and Pokemon fans really, really wanted, and it was a MMO type of um, Pokemon. So they came out this game, Pocket Pair, or this company, developer company, Pocket Pair, came out with a game called Pal World, and it blew up. It was very, very successful. So successful that they almost it almost like destroyed them because everybody wanted to play it. So they had to like pop up these servers so that so many people can play it, and Microsoft ended up backing them up and providing them with server support so that they could host their games on like consoles and stuff. Everybody thought it was like a Pokemon ripoff, and nobody really cared because it was a fun game. Lots of great mechanics in the game, but everybody was waiting for Nintendo or Game Freaks to respond on it because it's extremely similar to Pokemon and like how you play it. Just even like the monsters that are there that you capture, they're very similar to the pocket monsters that you find in Pokemon. So everybody was waiting for a response. Nintendo said, as of right now, we're not looking at any type of lawsuit because they didn't see anything necessarily wrong with it at that time. And now they finally dropped a lawsuit on them in I think it's in Tokyo is where they filed the lawsuit because I think that's where Pocket Pair is at, and they have very different their copyright law is very different than over here. So they didn't they didn't drop a lawsuit for copyright infringement. It was for patent infringement. So the way that the game works, which I think is a crazy concept, but doing a little bit of research, you actually find that these companies will patent lots of different game mechanics, and it's been happening since like way back when. Like I don't know, from what I saw, it was like Crash Bandicoot days. Yeah, yeah, they just dropped it like not too long ago. There's a bunch of videos on it, and I've just been like binge watching as many as I could. But I think Crash Bandicoot used to have, but back in the day when you'd load up a level or something, loading screens were like 2-3 minutes. They're super long. So they actually implemented they're called like mini games. They had a specific name for
I
it,
think
but it was
Blade of
Bandai.
Steel started that shit.
Were they
Blades of
Bandai?
Steel. Huh?
Was it a Bandai game? Because
Uh,
Bandai has the patent for that.
oh, do they? It
Yeah.
was a hockey game, and then on the second quarter, after the second quarter, you played like this Galaga type of game. It was, I
Okay. Yeah.
mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
to kind of.
pass the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And it worked perfectly, but they patented it, and you only saw it in like Bandai games. Like it was specific to certain games, Once they patented, nobody else did it. So what ended up happening is, I mean, I think it would have happened eventually, but it kind of forced the faster load times. So then, games weren't super crazy to load up like next level stuff like that. That was patented, and nobody was able to use it. And patents last for like 20 years. So
Blades of Steel is actually Konami.
the Konami?
Yeah.
Maybe they did it and didn't patent it. Could
Maybe,
be.
yeah.
So,
but we had never seen it before or after that. I've never really seen anybody else do it besides them.
That's the thing. If another company would have tried to do it, they would have gotten sued.
Yeah.
So it's a weird concept. Even one of my favorite games, Eternal Darkness, the sanity system.
Yeah.
That's patented.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
So that's why we've never seen, like, that was like the best thing that I've ever experienced with a video game. Is that sanity system, because everything was so random based off of how much sanity or how high your sanity was.
Yeah.
And it just made the game so interesting to where, like, you just walk in another room and then get hoarded by a bunch of zombies, like, to where there's no way you would have survived. So you'd get hoarded by a bunch of zombies and then you'd die, and then you'd find out, oh, okay, well, I was just going crazy. I didn't actually die.
Yeah.
But it fills you with that fright, that intensity, like, in that moment, and it was so awesome.
Yeah, because it wouldn't happen all the time, but when it did, you weren't ready for it.
Yep.
Like, you'll walk into a room and then you'll be encountered by like a monster, and then your TV would just shut off.
Yep.
And you'd be like, what the fuck? Or your volume would go down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, what is happening? So that sanity kind of translated to your own sanity, if you will. It was, I mean, you say it's one of your favorite games. It's probably top 5 for me,
Yeah, well, it's I just feel like it's one of those games that I've never seen anybody do that, but I understand why now. And I think it's such a Bandai held the patent from, so there you go. 20 years.
Tony, do you know what he's talking about?
No.
Okay, let me show you a clip real quick. This was after the second intermission, okay? And this is what the loadings it would load up a screen, and this is a little mini game you would play while it was doing that. And this is a hockey game.
Yeah, they had like little racing games that they'd like
and this was like an intermission while it was loading.
So after the second intermission.
Okay. Did you have to play?
I mean, you didn't have to. I mean, it was just
penalty.
Yeah, it was you would play it more often than not, just because it was just fun, you know. You would only be able to play for that short amount of time, and then that's it. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
So these things, these ideas, these mechanics, they get patented and nobody can use them, which I think is insane. Because if you would imagine, like, I see video games as like a form of creativity. Like, you create these puzzles, you create these mechanics, and it's something that you use to entertain your consumer. And music does the same thing. I can't imagine where hip hop would be if they weren't able to sample other music and kind of make it fresh. Like, so much good music comes out of that. I don't understand why.
Yeah, all those Diddy songs, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's the truth, because it's tons of different like artists is like that happened, like now, like Lady Gaga, like recent music. They do this. They sample older music, and it's crazy that they do this. And I think it's interesting that they're suing for patent infringement, just because it's a very simple mechanic. Like the patents that Nintendo has, they're so weird. Like one of the patents has to do with like promoting good sleep during like intermissions. Like it's on like their Pokemon patents. It just they're so like weird, and they just toss patents on everything just in case. And that's exactly what they're doing with um I forget the pocket pair. Pocket pair, yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't know
that
that's
James has a point. Yeah, I didn't know that. Especially considering what if your idea is cool but you don't execute it well? Would have been awesome to see another game company do it better. Yeah, that's
yeah.
you know, I enjoy James in the chat more than him on the panel. He's so insightful.
Yeah. It's like he has time to like process his thought
Process, yeah. He's
and
not
like,
just like
hey,
saying shit.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Less word vomit. I think it's great. It's great. So they didn't state exactly what the patents that Pocket Pair is infringing on,
Yeah.
and a lot of it is due to the laws in Japan, I think it is, are very different from what we have in the States. Just like copyright laws, super, super like different.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at any of their games, most of the game mechanics that they have are patented, even down to like you throw a ball, like throwing a ball at a monster and catching it in some kind of terminal, patented. The ball shape,
Yeah.
patented.
Yeah. That's
Everything
weird.
is very patented to where you can't really make a game that's maybe not like you, if it's somewhat similar, like people would have to like really be worried about developing a game.
Yeah.
But
It feels like it's just pigeonholing developers into not doing better in that certain area. They, in a way, have to get creative and find a different way. Well, there's going to be a time where there's patents almost for everything, and it's like, what, you know, what are you going to do?
You pay it. You pay to use it.
Yeah.
right, so
I
licensing,
only
right?
watch people
License the
stream the
patents.
game, but I would guess something along the lines of throwing a Pokeball to catch it.
Right. And I mean, technically, what would happen is they go to court, find out what they're getting sued for, and essentially they'd have to come to some kind of agreement to where it's like, okay, we won't throw the ball this way. What we're going to do is we're going to launch a cube from a gun, and it's going to hit the Pokemon. Like just something like very
Okay.
like
I have a
unnecessary.
question. Is that an actual, are they actually suing for the throwing of the ball and
It,
catching a monster?
it hasn't been, at least to my knowledge, what exactly they're suing on isn't it hasn't been made clear yet. This is all like a speculation.
So if they
So
threw a box, would that be okay?
it might be. It might be. It just depends on because technically they have a patent on, being able to throw a ball, catch them in some type of terminal, and then being able to throw the ball again, and then, have the monster be your friend. Also, riding that monster is patented by Pokemon or by Nintendo as well. So
Hmm.
they just have so many of these patents that it's a little insane for something that's creative. I think any game that you play is it's a creative process. What you're experiencing is someone else's creativity, and just like with art, music, everything else, like it should be held within the same respect. Exactly, the dialogue wheel for Mass Effect, that was also patented, so nobody else did that, and it's just crazy. But that also, like, I felt like we've run into a very dull lull for video games recently, to where I haven't really been excited about stuff that's coming out. Like I'm excited in the sense that it may be new,
No.
but it's like if think about going fishing. If there's like 5 fish in the pond and somebody catches 4 of the 5 fish, there's like 1 fish left. It's not
No.
really giving developers a lot to create with if everything's getting patented or
Yeah.
if everything is getting patented.
Yeah, I
So
mean, patents for video games aren't even like they're one of the aspects of like, you know, remember that time where you can even stream video games on
yeah,
YouTube because, the developers were like, that's my art. Those are my creations,
hmm Nintendo was one
and
of the big companies to go after content creators.
yeah,
'Cause it's like they're going to go after a content creator that's essentially promoting their video game, and it's insane. Like,
yeah.
why would you
So
have to
I
even
I don't
worry
know
about
what
that?
I don't know what happened on why they don't do that anymore. Maybe it's because they feel like they see the value of a person streaming their video games. Uh,
It's free
because
advertisement.
yeah, and not everyone's gonna pay $60 in hopes that it's gonna be a good game.
'Cause it's
There are
70.
people that do the research and they're like, is this a game I even want to play? Are these the controls I want to be able have to use for this game? I really don't like controllers like this, or video games that have controllers like this. Like the old Resident Evil games, like those fucking mechanics are fucking horrible. I know people can get used to them, but I mean, I hated it. So, now you have everyone streaming, and they get monetized for it. Maybe these developers get a cut. I don't know.
Well, I think one big thing that they did that they didn't do before is now they link to like the actual game for purchases. So if you see somebody playing a game, there's normally a link somewhere, just like YouTube does the same thing, where
Yeah,
you can click on a link and it takes you to go purchase the game. So
yeah.
now it's, a little bit more friendlier and I guess makes more sense. And maybe that's why they're not getting you know, like looked after because of that specific reason. It's just such a crazy, especially for Nintendo, because Nintendo's like no everybody was surprised when they didn't sue.
Oh, they're just collecting evidence at that point.
Yeah. Well, and then like the
What's up,
copyright laws
Dorian?
in
We got
Japan.
Batmite in the house.
Hey, Dorian.
Hello.
D-pad for Nintendo was a huge patent too. Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just
I wonder what D-pad he's talking about. Is he talking about NES, or is he talking about like Nintendo 64, or even the Switch? Well,
could be.
probably all three of them, right?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing with patents is after that patent's over, all they got to do is tweak it a little bit and then put another patent for it.
Yeah.
That's what they do
Yeah.
with like drug companies all the time. Like they come out with like a brand new drug, but it's the same drug as they had before. But hey, this one has lavender in it. I don't know, like some fucking bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So patents are, I think, for most part, especially the patents that are out, some may be useful, but I think a lot of them are just like bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I agree
Pokemon should
100%,
be.
James. 100%, man. If they focus on like Scarlet, we talked about this before. Scarlet Violet, worst Pokemon game ever made. Such a garbage game, shitty art, same fucking story, which is great. I don't mind the story. I don't mind going through like the same kind of concept, but they put you through like bullshit just to play the game, and it's so poorly optimized. Like it's crazy that Game Freak that's been making these games, especially after was it Arceus, RCS, whatever the name is. Arceus, that was a good game, but Violet and Scarlet, garbage game. And I think that was their attempt to like make that MMO, but they just failed horribly. And it may have been the multiplayer aspect that just kind of like drug it down, possibly. Because you look at games like Breath of the Wild that's been out for like what 10+ years, if not more. Tears of the Kingdom, that game's like fucking amazing, dude. Like what they do with that game is they're fucking wizards over there. Like they know what they're doing. But yeah, so they're getting sued, and it's gonna be due to patents because copyright is it's super different to where like they probably wouldn't even be able to hold up in court. But the
Yeah.
patents, and I think that's bringing a lot of light to why the gaming industry is in such a lull, because all of these mechanics are just getting patented and they're not able to be reused in other types of games. I think
Like,
another game.
for them to figure out a different way to do things takes time and money, and
Mhm.
it's crazy.
I mean, it'd be nice if it could be licensed. Shadows of Mordor, that they have a Nemesis system that's also patented, and you don't see any other game doing it. But it's so unique and amazing. It makes the game to where anybody that you fight, um, they become essentially part of the story, and you meet them later on. You fight them. It's such the Nemesis system in Shadows of Mordor is so great, but no other game. I think that game's like 10 years old too, but no other game can use it. Yeah, exactly. So that in itself, the sanity mechanic in Eternal Darkness, those are my favorite mechanics that I've experienced while playing the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get stronger or sometimes they get weaker, and it's like this whole like storyline that you play into, and it's great. It's the best thing in the world. I love the game. I hate the fact that they had to patent it, because now it's like, okay, well, I could only experience that here with this engine, with these graphics. Like nothing can be updated, and it's a shitty thing.
Yeah.
Um, but
Well,
yeah, so
I feel like if there's anything to learn about this is they need to bring Silicon Knights back, make another Eternal Darkness,
mhm.
and because they did Metal Gear Solid as well, right? The remake,
Mhm.
which I mean, all they pretty much did was remake that game and added a few more Easter eggs into. Let's see, the teabagging mechanic in Halo is legendary,
Amen, dude.
and they would randomly attack you and get their revenge sometimes
Yep.
while you were fighting off a different boss. So frustrating, but you had to respect the petty revenge.
Yeah, it's crazy, great. The developers are amazing. They're geniuses that thought of it, and you see so
Yeah,
many of these great things, these great experiences that you have with the game, but they're locked to that specific game. And it'd be different if the developers are like, "Hey, we have this Nemesis system. Let's implement it in this game as well. Let's, we're gonna have this family of games, and they're gonna have this specific trait that we use that everybody loved." But no, they don't do that. They just, they try to suck as much money out of like one game without having to develop anything new, and it's such a crazy business. I don't know.
yeah. All right, well, that was cool, man. What do you think, James? You think that he filled your shoes, or you think he did okay? Um, but to the point, the company ain't making shit now, or if they are, I haven't heard of it. So let somebody else
I appreciate it,
try a
Jim.
nemesis system. Damn it, he did a great job filling in for me. Thanks, Rick. Who is James?
Amen. I did that good.
All right. All right. So we're winding down here. There is something I wanted to show. Hold on one second. Let me do something real quick. I just noticed that. All right, James, say something. Say hi. Said, who is you? He'll say something. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
All right, there it is. All right. So one last thing I wanted to show is on Tuesday I get to pick up my copy of I knew you'd get excited about that. It only took what 3 years? I just made James a mod, if you guys didn't know. He never asked for it, but now he's got to step it up. Step it up, big dog.
I mean, that's a perfect icon for him because he's such a tool, you know.
All right, so this is a game I get to pick up. I know it's pretty pricey, but you get Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm stoked for this. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy game, but I did play the first 3. Never completed them as a kid, but I have a appreciation for those type of games. Let's see what's up with the trailer. Better than Pokemon.
These recent ones, yes. I play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which is the mobile version of the game. It's a gacha game, so it's a lot of like rolling and getting like specific heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. I've never really played, except for like fantasy or Final Fantasy Online, is it like 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
So I played that a little bit, but just to kind of like try it out because they had a big boom when Blizzard started assaulting their female employees. So I had to try something out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. One last thing, Tony, you heard that they're making a She-Ra movie. What do you think, man?
I haven't heard of it.
You haven't heard? Oh, yeah.
No. Who's playing She-Ra?
I forgot. Let me see if it's in my feed still. Oh, here you go. A She-Ra film is in development at Amazon /MGM with Heidi Schreck writing. So they just have the writer.
Is He-Man going to make an appearance?
I hope so. He better.
I don't know if she's strong enough to have a movie of her own.
I feel like female heroes have like kind of like a weird niche. Like Barbie is big because
Just like the action figures.
Yeah. I feel like she might. I think it depends on the story and how they make it, It can be shit, but just depends,
We'll see.
Keep talking, Rick, so I can pull this up.
Wiener, wiener.
Good thing
Wiener.
Good thing James reminded me. I had all these other things lined up and I forgot about the low grade horror.
Where do you know where you guys get the movie listings from? Because I actually saw that they had a site dedicated to different platforms having like either free or with a paid subscription like Netflix, just like a huge list of like horror movies that they have. So do you guys just pull them out of your app, or?
I don't have any input on this list. Let me just pull that curtain back real quick, and this is mostly done by James and J2. We have had the help from Katie and Glenn. So every year it's different. They try not to put the same movies in every single year. But from what I remember, J2 would say that he would look for movies that is accessible to everyone that had like, you know, certain streaming services and stuff like that. I hope I'm not butchering it, but yeah, that's what it is. These are the movies and the days that they're showing them in. And so today's the 4th. We got Friday the 13th, the 2009 version. Okay. Tony, are you following us on this?
No.
Or are you just doing your own damn thing? Oh, well, thanks for your support, dude.
I don't even know what that is.
This is right up your alley, bro. Tony, come on, man. We talked about this.
No, I do my own thing.
Oh, well, you could do it with other people too. It's like you're sitting there masturbating by yourself.
I understand that it's
and
October.
you can have sex with all these other dudes.
Wait a minute.
And you're not.
That sounds exactly like the jerk off ads that I get when I watch Pornhub.
Yeah.
Are you jacking off by
I
yourself?
understand that it's October, and for a lot of people, that's traditionally a time to watch horror movies. But I watch horror movies year round.
Okay.
So, like tonight, before I jumped on the show, I was finishing up my Parks and Recreation marathon that I'm doing. You know, it's not a horror month for me.
All right.
I love that show. Are you kidding me? Ron Swanson? Come on.
Oh, my
Tony
daughter loves it, dude.
Tony, instead of watching Parks and Recs, can you watch Friday the 13th, the 2009 version for us?
I probably have.
I know you have it.
DVD. Yeah.
Is Katie still hosting these like for movie night?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me catch up to the chat because James dropped some knowledge. We normally just put out movies on and hope you either own it, or can find it. LOL. This year, J2 tried to focus on things in Max and something else. I would usually put it in my stories where it is streaming. Also, when I come back next Friday, I'll be prepared and have a list of where all the movies for the next week are streaming. J2 says, thanks, Tony, a true fan. What's up, J2? How you doing, man? Oh my God, dude. James just fucking...
How does he type so fast?
He's having me read so fucking much. He should have just jumped on, you know?
Is even sick, dude? That's not sick writing right there.
I think it's the sympathy of all these days since his kid's been born that he hasn't had attention from anybody. So,
that is true. Salem's Lot is on.
Hold on, let me read it. Also because I'm not on the explain, Salem's Lot and Rosemary's Baby are both the same idea. Viewer's choice option. If you want to watch the originals, you can, or watch the new versions releasing soon.
Yeah.
Then he goes on to say,
Salem's
she is
on right now.
What is?
Salem's Lot. It just came out.
He says she is hosting The Crow on the 30th for sure, and she might do others. Just ask her. Okay, I don't have to read that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Cisco. And J2. C.
Perfect.
Cool. Also, so we got that list. If you want to see the list, you can go to our Instagram. And I'm glad you showed up, J2, because J2 is still running. James, if you could drop the link, because I don't have it. I have it on my phone, but I don't have it on the computer. He needs your guys' votes, guys. He's top 5 right now. And also plug seats. I already did that, dude. You should watch the show, man. I did that earlier. But yeah, how about the homie J2, man? See, a ninja just want to make a horror movie list for the month in October. Then I got to deal with requests, specific dates, types of popcorn, all kinds of crazy demands and requests. Yo, I get it, man. It's a lot of work. Thank you, Doreen. You can always rely on Doreen to vote for you, man. For sure. Here you go. Here's the link for J2. Faces of Horror. Let's see if I can click on it. No, I can't. All right, well. Follow that link. Vote for our boy, J2. He needs our help. It's narrowing down to the fucking top 5. I mean, dude. And he's got a good chance of winning this thing. So let's make it happen. Like I said, if he ends up winning, he will share with us the $13,000 he gets from this thing. So let's make it happen. I need that extra $3, you know? All right, guys. I think that is it. Unless I missed anything, James or J2, if you guys can think of anything, let me know. I already did the C3. I could do it again. No, I can't because I already took that shit down. But that was a lot. All right, thanks, man. Let me take this off real quick. Hey, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tony, Rick, it was enjoyable. Caroline, thanks for showing up. It was a great time. Great talk, great chat. Hey, everyone in the chat, thanks for showing up. You know how we do. Great job. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you and your kind words, man. Thank you. Great job, Robert. Great job today, Robert. Thanks everyone for oh man. Hey, yeah. Thanks to the chat for showing up. Like always, catch us next time. But until then, low grades for